Alright, YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mr. Digital 45, and we're about to do the V's. First up, we got some James Stewart and Vertigo. Next up, we got a movie called Chinese Speaking Vampires, or it's just called Vampires, I don't know. If it's called Chinese Speaking Vampires, then I need to put this under C. It is Chinese Speaking Vampires. I thought it was just a movie called Vampires. Oh well. Next up, we got some Nicolas Cage and Deborah Foreman in Valley Girl. And there's the alternate cover. Next up, we got a movie called Vipers. It's Tara Reid. Next up, we got Van Wilder, The Rise of Tall. Next up, we got a movie called Very Bad Things, Kristen Slater and Cameron Diaz. Next up, we got a movie called VFW. Alright, next up, we got some Dennis Quaid, Matthew Fox, Forrest Whitaker, Sigourney Weaver, and William Hurt in Vantage Point. And Kirk Douglas and Tony Curtis and Ernest Borgnine and Janet Leigh in The Vikings. Next up, we got Roger Moore as James Bond 007 in View to a Kill. Next up, we got some Tom Hardy in Venom. Next up, we got some Hugh Jackson and Kate Beckinsale in Van Helsing. Next up, we got the teen comedy Varsity Blues. Next up, we got some Nicolas Cage in Vampire's Kiss. Next up, we got some Hayden Christensen in Virgin Territory. Oh, it looks like we have a double for Van Wilder, The Rise of Tall. Alright. There. Next up, we got the comedy classic Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, Randy Quaid, National Lampoon's Vacation. Alright, next up we got some Jamie Lee Curtis and Virus. Next up we got a movie called Vampire Hunters. Next up, we got a movie called Vampire in Brooklyn, Eddie Murphy, Angela Bassett. Let's get these movies a little closer for me. Next up, we got some Wing Hauser and Vice Squad. Tired people. Also, Season Hubley in this one. Next up, we got some Chevy Chase in the sequel to Vacation, European Vacation. Next up, we got the very excellent Mr. Dundee with Paul Hogan. Followed by M. Night Shyamalan's The Village. Next up, we got a movie called Vanish. Tony Todd and Danny Trejo, I think, are in this movie. That's him right in the front. Never mind, that is Danny Trejo. Next up, we got a remake of a foreign film. This one is Jeff Bridges, Kiefer Sutherland, Nancy Travis, and Sandra Bullock in The Vanishing. Next up, we got a movie called The Villainess. Next up, we got another double. Nicolas Cage, Vampire Kiss, again, but this is a double. So, we'll be getting rid of that. Next up, we got some Chevy Chase in another vacation movie, Vegas Vacation. And next up, and finally, to wrap up the V's, we got Gary Cooper and Burt Lancaster and Vera Cruz. Alright, if you like these videos, please give a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate you guys all out there who are viewing and giving me likes. And until next time, see ya.